You've always wanted to do this, but you've never done it. You never learned it. And now, hey, here it is, this season in your life. And you're like, I want to learn it now. What is that? It's Rob and Liz, his radio, and his morning crew. For Liz, I had no idea. She wants to play the piano.
I have always wanted to play the piano, and I just have never found the time or the money at the same time. Used to love listening to Billy Joel. I just love Piano Man, one of the great songs.
So because of Billy Joel, you want to play the piano?
I think it was that was the first time I really paid attention. And there's other great pianists that I would love to follow in their footsteps. Not that I could ever be that great, but it's always just one of those things I wanted to learn to do.
I picked up the guitar a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just re-picked it up so I could do worship with my son, who's a worship leader at a church.
Fun.
And then they have me at my church from time to time.
Yeah.
But what inspired me to do that is my big brother. I was in the Little Brother, Big Brother program way back in the day. And he brought me to a bluegrass festival. And it blew me away on how they play the acoustic guitar. We had our lawn chairs were right in front of the stage. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. I'm like, I don't know, 9 years old?
I can see what
something
that would
like
be.
That.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, one of our producers, Ian, just got a guitar from, it's your wife, right? She just got you one?
Yeah, she ended up getting it for me for a graduation gift. Just this nice red guitar. It's locally made, and it's really awesome.
Locally made?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's even better. I didn't know that part of it.
That's a cool part of the story. Who made it?
It's a Lyman guitar. I was born and raised in Lyman, South Carolina, and there's a Lyman guitar company that makes guitars in my hometown.
That is interesting.
That's very cool.
She got you a homemade guitar. Yeah, well, not homemade, but a homebred guitar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Are you teaching yourself? Or are you taking lessons? Or?
No, I'm taking lessons. I tried teaching myself at one point, but I just couldn't do it. So, yeah, I'm taking lessons from the guy that actually sold her the guitar.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that's
he makes
cool.
them, sells them, teaches them.
Yeah, and see, I think it's a little easier for you to learn guitar maybe than me a piano because I'd have to buy a piano.
Go for it.
They're a little pricey.
Yep.
But that's something I would love to do. I would love to learn
That'd be cool.
Maybe I'll get a little Casio keyboard or something like that.
Hey, Casio?
I know.
No, don't,
Throwback.
Oh, my.
His morning crew.
The young lady over here, Liz, later on in life wants to play the piano.
I want to try and see if I can even do it. I am not musically inclined at all. I can't sing. I can't play any instruments, but it's something I've always wanted to do.
And those things are expensive. I mean, it's not a drop of a dime. I mean,
it's not like going and getting a recorder.
Well, no, it's not going to be $5.
No, a little more than $5.
And it's not going to be $100 either.
It probably won't be, no.
Katie's here at 800-447-7234. What do you say, Katie?
So I know that I'm a big marketplace searcher. I search for lots of things on Marketplace, and I have seen lots of pianos just offered for free.
What?
But the only stipulation, absolutely. People can't, I don't know if people just don't want to buy the big old pianos anymore, but a lot of people just say, you just have to be able to come and get it. And I know I moved a piano once from a piano moving company. It might have cost around $100 for them to come and properly move it.
What's the best find you found on Facebook Marketplace?
The best find, so during COVID, being at home, you just decide that you want to start changing your scenery. So we started looking for some new couches, and I found a really nice Haverty's couch that just kind of was like a couch I'd been looking for a while. And the guy was just a single guy and just hadn't used it for very long, and he sold it to us for $100.
No way.
And he bought it for like $1,500, and it was almost pretty much brand new. And so they're out there if you find them. And recently we just bought my husband a Jeep Wrangler on Facebook Marketplace as well.
Whoa!
So you can buy cars.
Okay.
Yeah, they have everything on there.
Okay, so you and I are now besties, and we're going to go find some deals.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Well, if you are looking for a side hustle, this may be it. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
And all you do is just go around your state and take pictures on your phone.
I am so interested in this.
It's so easy to do. You don't have to have a fancy camera. You just use a phone. And oh, by the way, you'll get $1,000 to buy yourself a nice new fancy phone.
Yeah.
Plus a $500 stipend so you can travel around your state and $1,000 in cash.
What is the downside to this? Is there one? Because I haven't found one yet.
I don't see one, except that you've got to do the work and you have to take the pictures or no money, no phone.
But the thing, if you're going around your state and you're out on an adventure outside, you're taking pictures anyway, doing selfies.
Well, and they even have a title, and it sounds really fancy.
What's that?
Chief Adventure Officer. You'll be the CAO.
And think about that on your resume. That
Really?
sounds great.
The Chief Adventure. It's a place called. I don't want to say the name of the NBC show. Is it Blacklist? The NBC show.
Oh yeah, my husband watches
This one
that.
is Whistle Out. Oh,
Okay.
not even close.
Okay.
So Whistle Out. They're the ones that are doing it.
Okay, so Whistle Out. It's a TV show?
No, it's not. No, it's not a TV show.
Oh, sorry.
I confused you.
Sorry, I'm sorry. But you get $1,000 to go just encounter your state. I'm all for it.
Yeah, $1,000, a brand new phone.
Yeah.
That's worth up to $1,000, so it looks like you get to pick your own phone, and you adventure around your state and take pictures, and you got to post it on the social media.
There's a lot of these old side hustles that I'm starting to hear about that companies, I think it's a great way to get people involved and get the name of your company out.
Well, I'm kind of thinking more than 10 people are going to apply.
I think maybe
Right,
so. I think
so-
you're right.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Quick little story. I have 4 college kids in my house right now.
Do you really?
Yeah, because some are doing some internships and they
Okay.
need to stay here for a week, and
Oh,
so they're there.
fun.
And so a couple of them have jobs, one at a very popular coffee shop.
Oh.
And the other day, they felt like, well, you've been feeding us. At the end of the day, there was so much food left over
Yeah.
that this college student piled it all into a bag and brought it all to our house.
That's pretty cool that they can do something like that.
Well, you know where it was going to go.
Trash?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so sad that at the end of the night, because I know there's certain rules and regulations that some stores have to go by, and they have to put them in the trash. They can't.
So now there's a movement.
Yeah.
And this movement is called Good to Go.
Yeah.
Good to Go, which they have like several cities throughout the United States. There's an app, and they've signed up a ton of restaurants throughout the United States, mainly in the big cities. Because I searched around here, I
Sure.
downloaded the app. It's called Good to Go. Too good to go. Too good to go, meaning that the food doesn't need to be thrown away.
No, it's too good for us to put in the
too
trash.
Go. Yeah. So I looked in our city, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing here. And I looked throughout the Carolinas and Georgia, nothing here yet. But it's growing
It is
because
growing.
I looked, and it's like in Philadelphia, Washington,
York.
D.C., all these
Yeah.
big places. So I searched as if I lived in Philadelphia.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because
So you
there's
can
like
just see.
38 million people on this app. And so I searched Philadelphia, and I saw that there are thousands of restaurants that
Wow.
are signed up in just Philadelphia alone. And so I looked, and so like at the end of the day, you can pay $3.99 for a bag of food.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grab bag, so you really don't know what's going to be in the bag, but for $3, you get to help not waste that food, bring it home to your family, and enjoy. So you're saving yourself money, and you're also helping not waste food.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good app.
I think so, too, and I can't wait till it gets here.
Well, I downloaded it because at some point it's going to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So it's just a matter of time. It's called Too Good to Go.
His morning crew.
Seriously, I think, here's my theory. I think that it's a cover. I really think she's not this. I don't think she's a reporter. Oh. I think she's a special agent. I really do. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
So Juliana, I believe, is an actual reporter for a television station.
No, she's a special agent.
Okay,
I'm
maybe,
sorry.
Maybe
She's a
by
special
night.
agent.
She's a superhero by night. I could see that. But she was given a story, said, go and do this story about this dog napping that happened in the neighborhood.
Oh, wait till you hear this.
Yeah, so she does. She goes to it's an apartment complex, and she shows up. She's got her cameraman, and all of a sudden, while she's kind of in the middle of the story, laying it out, she sees a guy that's walking, and he's in his jogging shoes, this kind of thing. It looks like he's going out for a run. Well, the dog that he has on a leash looks a lot like the dog that was taken, that was stolen. And so Juliana kind of does some undercover work really quickly. She goes down to her knees, looks at the dog's tag on his collar to see if it is what she's looking for, if it is the dog that's been stolen. It says Titus.
And
That's the name of the dog that was stolen. So she starts to ask the guy, where'd you get this dog? Whose dog is this? He said, oh, I have this dog by accident. He turns his back
By
to
accident?
the camera, right?
Come on.
And he starts fumbling over his words. They've got it all on camera because Juliana, the reporter, had told her cameraman,
special agent.
yeah, roll the camera. Got it all on camera. While the guy is fumbling with his words, she calls 911. says, I found the dog. They show up. They arrest the guy. Boom, there you go.
See.
It's wild.
I'm telling you, she's a special agent. This whole reporter thing is a cover. She's a special agent.
You know what I think? She's going to be promoted to their crime investigation bureau.
Probably. I mean, she had the interrogation skills and everything.
Yes.
Right on the spot.
Right?
Zoned in. She knew what she was doing.
She sniffed out that thief and got him on tape.
That's because she's a special agent.
There you
I'm
go.
telling you.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Tara has two brothers. They're both in the Army. One's a twin, and thanks to COVID, their family reunion for Christmas didn't even happen. They want a reconnection to remember. It's Rob and Liz on his radio.
Yeah, they do. You can get your reconnection, whoever it is that you are just needing a hug from. You can tell us your story, 800-447-7234. Text in the word reconnection. Yeah, she wants to get together because, like a lot of us, we had plans, whether it was at the holidays or maybe even a high school reunion or getting together with the girls. You wanted to have that reconnection, and it didn't happen. Well, she's trying to get a hold of hers. She wants to go to Alaska and see the brothers.
Yeah, because one of them is stationed in Alaska with a family, and he came down with COVID last Christmas. So they couldn't make the trip, and the family reunion didn't even happen. And they haven't seen each other since the brother's been in the Army and COVID hit.
And that's got to be so hard, especially as a twin. That relationship, that bond is so strong. And so that's her reconnection. But you can tell it whatever your story is, because I think for each of us, it's going to be completely different. And you can do that by texting in reconnection to 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you noticed, but Netflix is really starting to crack down. And other services are like, we are kind of thinking the same way you are because it's obvious. And I don't know if this happens in your family, but it does happen in a lot of families where people are sharing their passwords with their family
Oh, sure.
that live out of the house, not in the house.
Oh, because in the house, it's okay. Outside the house, not so much.
We just got rid of our Netflix.
We did too.
Did you really?
I just canceled it like last day was Saturday.
Yeah, because there's too many streaming services, and I watch stuff on other services, and I'm like, I don't need it. And Tubi's free, and so is Pluto TV.
Yeah.
You get stuff for free and movies and stuff. So
Yeah, I watched one thing on Netflix. I didn't need it.
yeah,
Great British Baking Show. I can find that other places.
you
so,
can.
Yeah.
And other kind of British baking shows
Yeah,
too.
they're everywhere.
Yeah, there's enough
Thanks.
streaming services, and so we made our priorities, got rid of it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that both of our kids out of the house. You know, the college student and the one who has their own career.
Yeah, the full-time job.
Both had our password
Oh, well, yeah.
because they had it when they were in the house.
And when they
so
moved
when
out,
they moved out,
It's not like they turn in their card.
they still had it, but we got rid of it, and it was like, what happened? We're like, we canceled it. Oh, really? Yeah, get your own.
Well, kind of. You know, you're a big boy and a big girl, so
So
yeah.
now Netflix has, and I don't know if you noticed this, but they have put up a screen on when you're trying to sign in.
Okay.
And if you don't live in the same house, they say, hey, if you don't live with the owner of this account, you need your own account to keep watching.
So they're getting a little more stern. It's like parenting. You know, the
Yeah.
first time you're like, okay, I need you to clean your room. The second time it's like, look, if you don't clean your room, we're going to have an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, I've already told you once. That's what it sounds like to me.
So start your own account.
Yeah.
And we'll give you a little free trial.
And that is nice that they do. Is it like 30 days? Because that's what most of them are.
I think it's a day.
Oh, if it's a day, you better find a
Not
show
that
you
big
really
of a deal.
want.
But you'll start noticing that other streaming services are going to follow suit because it happens the same. Disney Plus and Paramount Plus and all that other stuff. You know, people are sharing the passwords with their family that's out of the house.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You share it with the kids that are still there or, you know, whoever's in your home, but not.
You're a big boy and girl now.
Yeah.
Pay your own.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
There's a lot of places that say, mask is recommended now, not required. It's Robin Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, Disney, Universal. They are now saying, it's kind of up to you. Universal's policy is sort of they want you to be vaccinated, but they're going to use the honor system. So you don't have to show your card or anything like that. But yeah, it's totally up to you whether you wear your mask or not.
Oh, so that'll make summer vacation. You know, if you forget the mask, you're not total panic mode.
Right.
I went to a store yesterday and I went, it's in the car. Got to turn around, go back into the car.
Which happens to so
Get
many
the masks.
people. Yeah.
Can you just imagine vacation? You forget the mask? mask.
Right.
Or you got to wear one of those things that make your face look like it's tubby.
And
you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what
Right?
you're talking about. And then you sweat up on the makeup and
Our intern Ben and his new bride, congratulations, by the way. Your newlyweds, how many months now?
It's been about 5 months. No, it's way more. It's less than that. It's like 4 months.
Yeah.
I've lost track.
Already?
Yeah, I've lost track.
This is a problem already.
I hope you remember the wedding anniversary.
Oh, I do know
But
that.
He was just at Disney, so mask, no mask. What was going on when you were there?
Friday, the rule was you had to have a mask on at all times. So
Okay.
everywhere we walked around, we had to wear a mask. And then Saturday, the first thing in the morning, they said, hey, you only have to wear it in line and when you're in stores. You can wear it. You don't have to wear it outside.
Okay, so it's kind of a mixed rule, which
Yeah.
I totally get because you're closer together when you're in line for the roller coaster or whatever. So
Yeah, but now they're dropping it completely this next weekend. So
oh wow,
How do you know that?
that's what they told us when we were
They
at
said,
Disney.
hey, if you're still around next weekend.
Yeah, if you're here till next
No mask.
weekend, no
And
mask.
they were all like, ugh. I know that Disney is doing the character breakfasts again, and the character.
Oh, I didn't know they
meals.
canceled them.
They did
It makes
during
sense.
the pandemic, yeah. But they said I don't know if it's this weekend that they go back into effect, but it's very shortly.
That's like $10,000 to have a character breakfast.
no, it is not.
Well, it's expensive. Of course, I'm bloating it.
I know, but we have been to Disney in quite a while. But the last time we went, so
They're
much
expensive.
fun. The breakfast with Minnie Mouse.
They're expensive.
Oh, but
It's like
the
$60
memories.
a person.
But memories, nothing but memories.
And bankruptcy.
His morning crew.
It's possible you've been there and done that. You're out in public and oh no, your child is having the biggest meltdown that you've ever seen happen in your life. And it's your kid. It's Robin Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, this happened to Natalie, and actually she kind of knew that it was, it's more prone to happen with her 5-year-old. His name's Rudy. She calls him Rue, which I love that. And he's autistic, and they go on a daily walk. But when they get to the end, they usually walk by the sea, on this walkway. And when they get to the end of it and have to turn around and go back, Rudy has a tendency to have a little bit of a meltdown. And so she tries her best to keep that from happening, distraction, this kind of thing. But unfortunately, one day it did happen, and he honestly just lost it, just melted down in a huge way. And he even laid down. He was kicking and screaming. So there's a guy that's jogging in this same area, right beside the sea. And while a lot of people were kind of looking at him like, Mom, why are you not doing something about your kid? I mean, you can see it as a parent when your kid's having a meltdown. Sometimes there's some judgment going on there, But this guy did not. He laid down on the ground next to Rudy, to little Rue, and just talked to him. Calmed him down.
That's great.
Got back up. Besties forever, I think. Actually, she doesn't know this man's name, but she says thank you so much for just that moment of kindness where you didn't judge my son, you didn't judge me, you just saw another human in need and said, I can do something about that. And so she is forever grateful.
Robin Liz.
His morning crew.
This may be the biggest giveaway I've ever heard of. His morning crew with Robin Liz, his radio.
The Coast Guard. No, not them. You're not winning the Coast Guard, but they're like, there are 4 lighthouses that we really don't need to use anymore. So we're going to give them away.
Wonder why they don't use them anymore.
Yeah. Well, they're probably, I don't know, obsolete, but
Yeah,
they
new
don't
technology.
they don't want them to be, torn down or anything.
No, because they're beautiful.
Yeah, so they're giving away 4 for free. And to the right nonprofit organization that'll take care of them.
Which is kind of cool. They could use it as a fundraising
Yeah.
effort.
So there's a couple in Rhode Island, like Jamestown and Westerly, Cleveland, Ohio, and one in Duluth, Minnesota. So those are the 4 different properties that they have that they're giving away.
I wonder where the lighthouse is in Cleveland, Ohio.
Or right along the water.
I know. I was like,
It's quite
along
amazing.
the shore? Is it on a lake? Like,
Yeah, well, there's a pretty
what?
big lake there.
There is a pretty big lake
It's
there.
pretty
but
huge. They call it Great.
well, true. But okay, lighthouses in Cleveland. I just never would have thought about
Well, I like the fact that they're going to give an opportunity to a nonprofit. And the right one, they say, we're going to choose the right one. So if you think you guys can take care of a lighthouse like this, do it. restore it. I don't think they're in bad shape. They just need people to take it over, keep it up, and allow people to come and tour.
Yeah, and if you tour, then you can obviously charge, and then that money can go to your nonprofit. So I think it's a pretty good investment.
His morning crew.
It's been like forever, it seems like, since March 2020, and you've been distanced from those that you love for so long. It's time for you with His Radio to have a reconnection to remember.
We can make it happen. Just text in the word reconnection to 800-447-7234. You'll get that direct link, takes you where you need to go. Tell us your story. You can also go to hisradio.com or the My His Radio app.
Sparky's here at 800-447-7234. What are your thoughts about the reconnection to remember, Sparky?
Listening to all these stories about people that want to win their trip to see their loved ones that they haven't seen in a year or two. And every time I listen to it, my story is I want to go to Texas and see my son and his family, which we haven't seen in actually 2 years. But I think about me and I think about these other stories, and I'm not even category. When I listen to my story, it's just kind of about me. But when I listen to these other people, it's like top level,
Yours is top level
I don't
too.
think I qualify.
Oh yeah, Sparky, you do,
I
man.
know, but I'm not going to submit it because I really want these other people to get their wish because I think they deserve it much more than I do.
You know what? Maybe God would have us pull your name out of the hat. You never know. Submit it.
Yeah, but
submit it. I've said. You know what?
I want these other people.
I'm sending the more reason why you need to win it. So I'm going to send you the link, and you fill it out. And if I don't see it in a day or two, I'm going to send you the link again. And if I don't see it after that, I'm going to send you the link again.
Then you have to get a restraining order.
I'm going to bug you with that link until I see your name.